Hey folks, Todd at Freedom Fighter Tactical. In today's video, we're going to talk about the differences between the 70130 and the 70043 recoil tubes for the 70085 collapsible stock made by Benelli, and also the 70085FF collapsible stock made by Freedom Fighter Tactical. Let's get started right now. Hey folks, again, I'm Todd, your host here at Freedom Fighter Tactical. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell so you're notified of future videos, and leave a comment if you'd like, or ask a question. And if you have a question, better yet, use the phone number here on the video or over on the website. It's at the top of any page. You can text me anytime. You can call me as well. I like to talk to and get to know people who are working on their M4s. You can also email me through the contact page on the website, and there's a little text blurb as well on the website if that's your preference. But all of them go to my cell phone 365 days a year. I'm always here to help you out. We perfect perfection in Benelli M4 shotguns, Benelli M1, M2, M3 as well, but I'm not as focused on those. I'm hyper focused on the M4. Have been since 2008, and you know, life is good. We just make good guns from behind the red curtain here in Blue State, California. Okay, so 70130 is a hollow recoil tube. Historically and traditionally, when you buy a 70130, that's all you get is the tube. You don't get anything else, no internals, no externals, no nothing. Here at Freedom Fighter, I do give you a nut on the outside of your 70130 because from time to time, whether it's my nuts and tubes, my Benelli's nuts and tubes, mix matching in any which combination you can imagine. Every once in a while you do find some threading mishaps where the nut doesn't want to thread on the tube. And that's the only threading mishap I've ever found with these tubes. And usually it only occurs with the 70130s that Benelli makes, not the 70043s that Benelli makes, which I'll get into in a minute. But it's just simply the hollow tube. It's just a recoil tube. So if you have a stock, if you buy this shotgun and you have a stock that's not adjusting for you, you have a one position tube on there. You don't need a new stock, you simply need a new tube. And a three position or a six position, which we sell, are gonna do you well. And whichever position tube you get, that's how many positions your stock is going to get. A lot of people falsely believe that, oh my gosh, I bought this gun, the stock won't adjust, I need a new stock because this is it's stuck in the one position. That's the fault of the tube. So 70130 is the least expensive tube for you to buy. You'll have to move your internal parts over from your original tube into the new tube. That's not terribly difficult, but part number 70071, which is the flexible ring, is a royal pain in the butt to remove from the original tube and to install it in the new tube. So if you're going the 70130 route, do yourself a favor, get a 70071 flexible ring, and so all you have to do is the install. It's much harder to remove it than it is to install it, but it's not fun to do either job. Moving on to the 70043, that is a recoil tube assembly, okay? The ones that Benelli makes are three position. The ones that we make are, we have a one for the people that live in blue states and can only have a one position stock. We have a one position in the fully collapsed position. We offer a three position, which mirrors Benelli's cuts and positions to the same, measurements. And then we have a six position, which gives you three more positions, of course, than Benelli gives you. But the 70043 is an assembly. It also comes with the nut on the external. All of my recoil tubes are gonna come with the nut on the exterior so that if you pull, when you take your gun apart, if your nut is not mating with the tube, then the nut that we give you is mating with the tube, because I test it before I send it out. I actually screw it on the tube and ship it to you with it screwed on the tube so you can see for yourself that it's threaded. So if I get a phone call from somebody with a recoil tube says, yeah, the nut's not going on, well, I put one on. So it kind of eliminates that as an issue for you guys and allows you to get a tube knowing that you're gonna have a nut that works. But the 70043 is pricier. There's labor involved, whether Benelli puts it together or whether I put it together if you're buying the Freedom Fighter Tactical version. it's already put together for you. So all you've got to do is remove that one position recoil tube off your gun and put the 3 or the 6 on your gun, or if you're doing the one position, the fully collapsed, you just move it over onto the gun. I do get a lot of questions about whether people can do this themselves. I do highly recommend a gunsmith do it. It's not a fun job. A lot of people have, they're a little apprehensive to do the magazine tube. This is kind of like a 5 times kind of a hard in difficulty, just because there's a lot of little issues involved here. You've got to place the nut on the tube in the right spot and put the tube in the gun in the right spot so that the link that's going into the tube is functioning properly and is at the right, you know, the tube is at the right distance from the link. The plunger inside the tube, the link actually goes into that, and the recoil spring inside this tube helps with the recoil on the gun and puts the bolt back into place after the recoil works its, works its magic. But you've also got to dial it in at the appropriate place to where the stock isn't sitting a little bit sideways, left or right. Historically, people have said that when they buy a Benelli shotgun with a Scout Knife stock on it, that it's just canted ever so slightly, you know, to like 1156 or to 1204. And people gripe about that, but it's very, very difficult, even for the manufacturer, to nail it at 12 o'clock. So if you're doing this yourself, you might reconsider, let the gunsmith do it, because they will see these issues and will work hard to, get it right for you. But that's the difference. One is an assembly and one is simply a tube. It's a question that I get asked a lot. I do fully explain it on the website, but look, we're all human, and when we shop, we don't always read descriptions. I mean, I can't remember the last time I read a description when I bought something on Amazon, and I buy something on Amazon almost daily, and I don't read the description. And so I've learned in this business that I could never expect people to actually read the description, no matter how hard I try to work at putting relevant information in the description that answers all of your questions. We're human. We just look at everything and quickly, we're gonna just make a phone call. Hey, ask Todd. And that's cool. That's part of running a business. But this video, I hope that people find it in search and it answers their questions and helps them decide which one they would like to do. Of course, you can call me at the phone number here on the video, phone number on the website. I've already explained all that. Be sure to hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell so you're notified of future videos. And I hope this video helped you out. Feel free to comment or call me anytime. I love to hear from you guys. Take care and be safe.